going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy FarRock22M, aka Infamous Owen, Infamous_Owen on IG. And it's not going to be crazy about this video, but I'm just walking over here. I'm in the 60s right now. I think I'm on B68 or B69th, B69th Street, and I'm just looking at like the redevelopment of what's going on beyond the tracks. When I was younger, there was nothing beyond these tracks, you know what I'm saying? Like when I used to go to school back in the days, right? You know what I'm saying? I used to hang out in the 60s. We used to hop the train, but we'll climb up that exit, right? And go all the way to the top. See, back then they didn't have these high ass gates. They had like a little bar that was like maybe 4 feet high or 3 feet high. We just, you know what I'm saying, jump right over that, climb through it. But we'll step on the banister, climb up to the top of that, and run all the way up there. And we'll get to the train. That was the only way we could get on the train at 60th or 67th or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere else, you know, you have to risk hopping it. But as long as there was no police on the platform, you was good. But all of this did not exist. And like, I don't even think the sidewalk existed back then. You know what I'm saying? I think there was really nothing after those tracks. It was really nothing but wilderness. But now we got a whole civilization out here. We got condos. Got these big old condos, big old buildings. And they're about to keep building more. So we never thought, or I never thought, that Rockaway would be like this. They got a supermarket. They never had a supermarket, Stop and Shop. You know, they're about to build a weed dispensary right across the street from 7115. And they already got a Starbucks there. So this is what it's like over here. Like I said, none of this existed before. No Chase, no Pilot House, no Super Burrito. All these places is decent too. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have a Subway. They got a hairdresser and all of that. A lot of people go here too, a beauty salon. You got the Subway, they got mad stuff. But all of this never existed. All of this never existed. Shit, mad light out here. Hold on a second. Let me clean this camera off a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. And then they're gonna keep building and keep building. Now, as a Rockaway resident that's been here over 35 years, I don't know how to feel about that, you know what I'm saying? But it's not, you know, who am I to feel some way about it? I don't have my foot in this. I don't own no property out here, you know, but I have been a resident here forever. You know, I've been other places, but this is my home. And it's never been this populated before. Look, building more. They already built the building over here. Let me keep walking down. Yeah, they got a Bank of America, a tiki bar. They got a lot of stuff around here, you know, but like I said, none of this ever existed. And even if you're into surfing, they got the surfing thing going on over here. You can rent your boards, you can rent suits. 50% off inside, you know what I'm saying? For those that want to go surfing and learn how to surf. They got a surfing beach up the way anyway on the boardwalk. I've never been to that. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Congressman Gregory Meeks' office is here. So, we're going to cross the street. I ain't got much time on this, so, you know, bear with me. Yeah, somebody's smoking weed out here. I can smell it. But yeah, so, and these buildings are expensive to live in. Tides, that's what it's called. So I guess they're probably going to build more buildings. I guess another building is probably coming here soon. I didn't even know they had a pool in there, which is dope. But yeah, man. And I don't know if they're pushing all the people out, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people I know still live here. A lot of people move down south because New York itself is getting expensive. It's not just FarRockaway. You know what I'm saying? So Then there's a lot of redevelopment going on around here, and they're just gonna keep building. Now, there was a time when you kind of knew everybody out here. You know, everybody knew everybody because it was just nothing but buildings, houses, projects, land. Buildings, projects, houses, land for every other sector, you know? And most of the times, you know, being a kid, especially young, everybody kind of knew everybody. Not everybody knew exactly who everybody was, but most people were familiar, unless you just didn't go to certain parts of town. Like, put it like this, I'm from down the way. I didn't know too many people in like Edgemere and OV and up the beach until I started going to school with those people. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, and a lot of times what brings people together, or what brought people together, was basketball. So if you play basketball, chances are you're going to be in tournaments, you're going to be in the parks, you're going to be invited to go to certain areas and play ball, and this is how you meet people. And this is how you make friends and enemies and rivals too, because, you know, people get competitive. But besides that, Rockaway has changed a whole lot. And I always say, I don't know if it's for the better or if it's for the worse. But all I know is that whoever is making these changes is making money. So I guess for them it's for the better. But I believe in overcrowding too. And FarRockaway, it's getting overcrowded. I mean, those that's from around here, I'm sure would agree. It's getting too overcrowded over here. You know what I'm saying? And we've never had this many residents. The A train has never been packed coming into FarRockaway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I was younger, by the time that A train, the FarRockaway train, say hit JFK, after JFK, it's empty. You had a few people get off at Broad Channel, some that need to go up the beach, or some that just lived in that area, which is very few. But at the end of the day, now, leaving out of FarRockaway, man, you'd be happy to catch a seat by the time you get to 67th Street. And I'm not playing on that. I'm not playing on that. You'd be lucky to get a seat by 67th Street. FarRockaway was never like that. It's very crowded. But, like I said, you know, maybe that's a good thing, because those that own businesses out here, those that have companies and things like that, they're able to make a little bit more money. They're not, you know, they're not, how can I say, what's that word, subjected to just a normal crowd. There's a lot of people that come out here now, I notice. And especially they're coming down the way. They're not just going, you know, getting off at Broad Channel, catching the shuttle anymore. They're coming down to Mott Avenue. They're coming down to B60th. They're coming down to 44th. So I can say that's a good thing, you know. And a lot of people are open to come out here. I remember when, thank you. I remember when people wasn't so open to come out to FarRockaway. None of my friends wanted to come out to FarRockaway. That's how I knew who had love for me for real. When I used to go to school in Manhattan, only one of my friends came out to FarRockaway. Nobody. When I went to Hillcrest, I had a few friends come out to FarRockaway. Why? Because we was all from Queens. We was all from Queens, so it was like, all right, you could take the bus an extra 20 minutes, bro. I ain't gonna hurt you. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, there's some people that didn't want to come out there. They like, nah, I'm good. I ain't going out there. I'm straight. Now people are more open to FarRockaway, and I love that. I love that. You know, if I meet a girl in Brooklyn and I say I live in FarRockaway, I meet a girl in Harlem and I say I live in FarRockaway, chances are she's more, you know, she's more open to come out here. Why? Because it's a popular beach now. You know what I'm saying? FarRockaway is like number one, number two damn near New York City when it comes to beaches. When it's saying New York, but New York City, we number one. Just keep it real. Like Coney Island, yeah, they got the park. But when it comes to the beaches, FarRockaway got it right now. We got it. We got it. You know what I'm saying? Coney Island is just popular by like the choice. But now, everybody coming out here. But anyway, this is not a challenge between FarRockaway and Coney Island. No, I love Brooklyn. But what I'm saying is that this redevelopment, I don't know, man, but it's a lot going on. Let me see. So hot out here. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised they start trying to put a building on that piece of land right there. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up real quick, and make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, donate, cash Cash App, Sandmano, Sandmano. Most importantly, like, share, subscribe. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.